honestly surprised how many people don't know you can book a whole cruise for next to nothing just by using a casino offer. And these deeply discounted cruises are pretty easy to earn. I'll show you how I qualified to receive casino cruise offers from Royal Caribbean, the offers they sent me, and how I booked a ridiculously discounted sailing. Stay tuned to the end of the video, and I'll let you in on a secret about tier points that will save you a ton of money. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Amy, and welcome to my channel. I'm 51, divorced, and on a journey to find myself and to share my life adventures along the way. For those of you who have been tuning in for my weight loss journey, don't worry, I will continue to post updates regularly. In the meantime, I will be releasing a few videos that I hope you'll find valuable. I've always been intrigued by all the free cruise offers all the travel content creators are talking about on YouTube, so I figured I'd test out their advice and see if I could qualify for one. The first thing I had to do was book myself a cruise on Royal Caribbean. I chose to sail on the Icon of the Seas for my 51st birthday. The ship was magnificent, and it was an amazing trip. But you don't have to start with a 7-night cruise. You can book a 3 or 4-night cruise if that is what is in your budget. But you do have to sail and gamble on one of their ships to qualify to receive the casino offers. Once on board, I spent about 2 hours and $400 on the slot machines, reinvesting my winnings until I ran out of money. Once I finished, the machine said I had earned 416 points. But before I took the trip, I didn't do much research about the casino program, and I was a bit confused about how it all worked. I didn't really know if I'd earned any benefits, and I had my fingers crossed that I'd get the future discounted cruise offers that everyone talked about. It wasn't until about 30 days after I returned home that I got my first email offer, and I still wasn't sure how I'd qualified. So I've done a bunch of research and figured it all out, and I'll share what I've learned. Participating in Royal Caribbean's Club Royale program for casino players is ultimately what leads you to receiving deeply discounted cruise offers. This program is not to be confused with the Crown and Anchor program, which is the loyalty program for repeat cruisers. Hot tip though, for the Crown and Anchor program, did you know that if you're cruising solo, you get double Crown and Anchor points for your sailing? My 7-night cruise earned me 14 points. Back to the Club Royale program, and I promise all of the information that I'm about to go over is important to know if you want to get the most out of the cruise benefits. So bear with me while I cover the basics of the program, and then we'll get into the offers and the cruise that I booked. Club Royale is a points-based reward program calculated on the amount of money you gamble in the casino. You earn points by tapping or inserting your SeaPass card at a slot machine or presenting it at table games. There are 4 tier levels to the program, and each tier offers a different set of benefits based on the points you accumulate. Currently, you will earn approximately 1 point for every $5 you play on a slot machine, or $10 on video poker. Check with the casino host for the points earned on table games. Also, please refer to Royal Caribbean's website for the full terms and conditions of the program. So here's where it got a little confusing for me. The program is 2 types of points: rewards points and tier credits. The difference is, while you're on the cruise, you'll be earning rewards points, which can only be redeemed for credits and discounts while on your current cruise. These points expire and reset at the end of the cruise. Here's a photo of the flyer showing the rewards benefits. These offers may vary cruise to cruise, as this flyer is only displayed on board and is not available on the website. You'll see down at the bottom, the base points to earn a benefit towards a future cruise starts at 400 points. At the end of your cruise, your rewards points convert to tier credit points. Here's the flyer for the tier credit levels that show the onboard benefits and the cruise planning benefits you can earn. This flyer is available on Royal Caribbean's website and is a fleet-wide program. It is important to note the program year is April 1st through March 31st of the following year. Your tier credits will reset to 0 the first March 31st following your cruise. However, even though your points expire, your tier program benefits continue until the following March 31st after that. For example, I earned 416 points playing in the casino on my cruise in February 2025. My points expired on March 31st, 2025. However, my choice level benefits will continue until March 31st, 2026. And as a part of that benefit, I will be receiving exclusive casino cruise offers until March 31st, 2026. Now that we've covered the basics of the program, let's get into those amazing discounted cruise offers. I'll cover what emails to look out for, how to access the Cruise Royale website, and how to book your cruise, and let's not forget, I'll show you how much I paid and saved. Like I said, I was kind of clueless about the casino program and didn't realize that starting at one tier credit point, you qualify to receive exclusive casino offers, which means if you earn at least 1 point, they should send you discounted cruise offers to your email address on file starting about 30 days after you return home. Once you receive the email, you can start booking your cruise offers. I didn't actually see the first several emails they sent, so I advise you search your inbox for the words Club Royale regularly. Once you get an offer, to access the booking system, you need to click on the link provided in the email or go to clubroyaleoffers.com. You'll need to enter your last name and your Royal, Crown, and Anchor loyalty number and click Look Up to log in. You can see on my account I have multiple offers available already. And so far I've noticed they release about 1 offer per week, and the extra benefits given will vary. Some will offer you free play in the casino, others offer discounted beverages, but most simply offer discounted cruise fare. To find out which sailings are included in each offer, go all the way to the right and click View Itineraries. Another tab will pop up that displays the ships available, the departure ports, and the sailing dates. The ships and sailings will vary by offer, so check each one. Here is one of my most recent offers. Have a look over the itineraries for your offers, and when you decide on the trip you'd like to take, you have 2 choices to make the booking. Either fill out the internet form or call them directly. To use the form on the website, on the main page, you'll need to scroll all the way to the left and click the Redeem button. It will take you to a form that you can fill out and request a room on your particular sailing. Since I'm not very good at waiting on other people to get back to me, I called the number listed at the bottom of the page and spoke to a representative. And here's a tip before booking. I recommend you go to Royal Caribbean's website and scope out rooms that are available on the sailings you are considering. You basically go on like you're booking a cruise on the site, but just use it to see what rooms are open in the category that Club Royale is offering you. My offers were for an interior room, basically the lowest category available on the ship. While checking out my sailing, I picked out a couple of rooms in that category that I would be happy with before I called, and luckily, my first choice was still available. I will say the only disappointment with the program so far has been that the ships and the sailings have been very limited. Not much variety and almost exclusively Caribbean sailings. But after doing more research, the cruise offerings I'm receiving are so limited because of my low points balance. Other cruisers with higher points balances and tier levels, such as Prime, have shared their available offers, and they have much more selection than I currently do, including Icon and Oasis class sailings. I have not, nor do I expect to receive an offer for an Icon class ship until I add more points to my account. And I have only received 1 offer for an Oasis class ship on the Wonder of the Seas. I did book that sailing immediately after receiving the offer, and I'll go over the price I paid in just a moment. Also, I do religiously check my offers every single week because I was very much hoping an Icon class ship would come up, and it took 3 months before it appeared. I'm really sorry, my cats are sneezing in the background. Somebody went to the vet and then got everyone sick. So let me tell you exactly what they offered me for the Wonder of the Seas sailing and the total I paid. Here's my booking for 1 person. I paid $214 US in cruise fare plus $139.17 in port fees and taxes. That comes to a total cost of $353.17 for 4 nights in an interior cabin. When I priced that sailing on Royal Caribbean's website, the non-casino prices were $1,227.02. Now that's a savings of $873.85, which is more than double the $400 I gambled in the casino. I also inquired about adding a second person to the room, and the only additional charge would be $139.17 for the port fees and taxes, for a total of $491.34. So technically, if you're sailing with two people, the first person is actually receiving free cruise fare and only has to pay port fees and taxes. This is how everybody is able to brag about receiving a free cruise, because one person is getting a free cruise fare, but there are still other costs required. I did ask about cancellation, and they said the port fees and taxes are always refundable up until the day before the cruise. The cruise fare is 100% refundable prior to the final payment date, and a refund would be incrementally reduced for cancellations closer to the sailing date. The final payment dates and other penalty dates are clearly listed on your cruise itinerary receipt, so make sure you pay attention to those. I do plan on visiting the casino again on Wonder of the Seas. My account balance is already reset to 0, and I do want to add points so I can continue to receive cruise offers until March 31st, 2027. And finally, here's that money-saving secret that I promised you about tier credits. Let's look at the tier credits flyer. This flyer shows you the onboard benefits and cruise planning benefits you receive for playing in the casino. I know a lot of content creators go on and on about earning 2,500 points to activate the magical prime level so they can get free drinks in the casino and earn an annual complimentary cruise in an interior stateroom. But a lot of people put out $2,000 to $5,000 to get those 2,500 points. You really have to weigh for yourself if the benefits are worth the large investment you have to make. Because when you compare one complimentary cruise to the trip that I booked, the difference would only be $214 in cruise fare. This tier also offers free drinks in the casino, but since I don't like alcohol, this benefit is not valuable to me. And really, how many drinks do you need to order to make it worth all the extra money you've spent? I'd rather spend the least amount of money that I can to get into the choice tier so I can receive the exclusive casino offers. So try not to get all caught up in the hype and illusion and grandeur of the prime level. Gamble only what's in your budget and be conscious of how much you're spending versus how much value you'll receive back. Stay tuned for a future video where I'll show you how to use casino offers to book back-to-back cruises to extend your sailing time. I'm super excited to sail on the Wonder of the Seas, and I can't wait to share the video of the cruise with you, so keep an eye out for it in late October. And if you have any questions about the process, please drop them in the comments below. And thanks for joining me and my cats today, and I hope you found this video useful. I really encourage you to give the casino program a try for yourself. Remember, responsible gambling should be a fun and controlled activity. Do not gamble more than you can afford to lose, and make sure you are keeping tabs on what you spend. There are plenty of videos available on YouTube that will show you the best machines to play and will give you guidance on how to reduce your losses. And if you or someone you know is struggling with problem gambling, call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-426-2537 for confidential support and referrals to local resources. Thank you for watching and happy cruising.